couple things. It's very important to Anthony and I that we did this. This was a really big deal to us, and I'm thrilled that you're here. You have to understand that for me, and I am not crying today, the sheriff's office is family. I grew up there. It has been home to me for a very long time. My father, every memory I have associated with my father and work has to do with the sheriff's office and the pride that he felt being there. And then I am in this very unique position because my husband is also part of the family. And twice, in very dark hours, you guys really stepped up for us. And one person in particular was there for both of those moments. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of boo-hoos today, but I will tell you that when I was standing in University Hospital in Newark, one of the first faces I saw was the face of our new sheriff, Joe Cryan. Now.
All right, Joe.
We can't bring back Ralph Froelich. We would have all loved for him to live forever, but we can make sure that his legacy goes on and on and on. I have goosebumps. It means the world to me that you're here. I love when we come together as a family, and I love when we come together as a family to get behind something that is good and under circumstances that are positive. Too many times lately, it's been under situations that weren't as happy. So thank you for coming. I want to introduce you to two fabulous women and that's it. You guys have like 4 speeches tonight. And that was one of them. My chairwoman, Assembly Linda Stender. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Colleen, and thank you, Anthony. Thank you all. You did it. Colleen does such a fabulous job. She does a fabulous job here in Scotch Plains and at the Votech where she works, and she loves her family and her community and her country and God, and I think that she really does a tremendous job for all of us, bringing everybody together, and this is the testimony to it. Look at the crowd you've got here, because you've been the energy behind it, so we really thank you for your hospitality. We came out today to honor and applaud my colleague in the legislature, Joe Cryan. But before we get to that part, I want to make sure that you know that here in Scotch Plains, where I am pleased to welcome you to Scotch Plains, that we have a very important race here locally. We have 3 candidates for council that are running that really are going to determine the future of Scotch Plains. I think you all know our mayor, Kevin Glover, who's here today. He and Colleen are fighting the good fight for us in town, but they need these other 3 to be able to really move this town forward in a very positive way. So John Del Sordi, Rose Cecchio, Luisa Bianco are our team. They will be here, but you should all know, because of your support and your involvement in these races, that they're doing what we asked them to do, which is go out and knock on doors and talk to voters so that we have a really big victory on November 4th. And I also want to acknowledge our freeholder from Fanwood, Al Mirabella, who's been a wonderful supporter and friend to us all. And to really just thank you from the bottom of my heart, first of all, for the work, especially the members of the Sheriff's Department. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for being there every day and helping to keep us safe. And thank you to my friend, Joe Cryan. I have really been privileged and proud to serve with him, to call Joe a friend in the state legislature. We have jumped off of bridges together sometimes, but we always do that knowing that we've got each other's back. And that's what I love about this man, that he's a good friend. He always stands up for what's right. He always works with the people that he knows are carrying the banner for moving us forward in a very positive way, taking care of working people and taking care of the safety of our communities. So I am very proud to have the opportunity to support him and help have a victory for the Democratic team, column A, starting at the top all the way down on November 4th. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Linda.
I'm Mayor Colleen Marr, and I am the proud mayor in the borough of Fanwood. And today is a joint event that we have done for Joe Cryan, for both the Fanwood and the Scotch Plains Democratic Organization that came here together to give Joe a venue to meet and greet people. And we're very happy to do that. I have been involved as the mayor for the last 11 years. I get involved on everything on the local level. I have with me here my council president, Russ Ugel, who will also be on the ballot. He's running for re-election.
What's his opposition?
I am proud to say, for the first time in the history of Fanwood, that the other side failed to field any candidates. We are actually running unopposed for the first time in the history of Fanwood, and that is a testament, I think, to what we're able to accomplish. And I think why we're here today is so that you can meet and talk to, if you don't know him already, and a lot of you do, and you're here to support him, but there's others in this room, Joe, that don't know you. And this was our opportunity for them to come and see what we know. I get involved because I understand the power of government, that if harnessed correctly, can change our lives for the better. And in Scotch Plains, there's an opportunity to actually, where it's not being harnessed correctly, where they're not doing what they need for the people, to take away from the majority that power and give help to Colleen and Kevin who need help. So that's why elections matter.
Oh, Colleen needs help.
Colleen and Kevin need a lot of help. But from where I sit, and we're fortunate not to have any opposition, it's really about supporting Joe Cryan, who I have met really almost from the first time that I got involved with politics, almost a decade ago. And I have witnessed what he has been able to do more on a local level, where he understands that fights that need to be had for those who don't have a voice. He understands, what we need. You know him as the undersheriff, some know him as the assemblyman. I know him as a mayor who's had to go to him over the last 10 years for support. And he has listened, he has been educated, he has fought me on times, but he's also compromised. And that is the hallmark of a very good leader. Union County is very fortunate to have someone that can step in and fill the shoes of Ralph Froelich. We're very fortunate. So for all of you that know him, thank you for coming. For those who came because I asked you to, thank you. Your support has meant a lot to me over the years. And so it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce to you the next sheriff for Union County, Joe Cryan.
Thank you all. Colleen, thank you for opening up your home. Anthony, thank you. Thank you. Isn't this a great house?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is perfect. And thanks a lot for that. I appreciate it. Mayor, thank you. Thanks, Carl. Thank you, Linda. And Al, I appreciate it as always. We have a wonderful relationship in the Sheriff's Office with the Freeholder Board. And Al takes a leadership role in that, and we're honored for that. I'm really humbled. This is really a nice crowd. Thanks a lot. We didn't think this. Kevin, thank you for being here. The Mayor of Scotch Plains. We really appreciate it. Russ, thank you. People say to me, why are you running? And what are you running for, and what's the deal? What's going on? I just ask you to take a look around. You're among some of the finest law enforcement professionals, not only in the county of New Jersey, not only the county of Union, but in the state of New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And I'm humbled and honored to work with them every day. We all went through a loss in July of someone who was a sheriff for 37 years, an incredible individual and a mentor to all of us. And whether it was Under Sheriff Jerry Green or Mike Frank, or I might add, an undersheriff who was a mentor to me personally, a husband to Eileen, and a father to Colleen, Vin DiTrolio. Where is he? Where's Vinny DiTrolio? But with change comes opportunity, and while we certainly have to build on the foundation that the sheriff laid for us and the legacy that will continue, we do intend to do some things a little bit differently. We want to continue to focus on things like shared services, where you have two communities like Scotch Plains and Fairwood that come together in so many different ways. We want to emulate more of that out of the sheriff's office. We do that now with areas like transportation, with crime scene, and with canine, but we have more to go. And we know there's opportunities out there where we feel we can be resourceful. We know, for example, in suburban communities that there's this epidemic called heroin. Right, that we're watching. We've all lost a dear friend over the past few days of someone who we believe we may have lost just to that epidemic. And in so many different ways, we know that as a vision we're going to lay out and the opportunities that we see where we can be of assistance and help. So we do plan to expand our role, but we also plan on making sure we focus on our core, on what core matters are. Court security. Our canine unit, right, Anthony? Right, John Gillespie? We do things that matter to people. But most importantly, what we do is we do the job that a lot of other folks don't. We make sure you're safe in the courtroom. We move people that don't want to be there, bad guys, so to speak, and make sure we move them safely. The thing, I'm proud to have worked for Ralph Froelich for years. I'm proud that even with folks like Vin DiTrolio and with Jerry Green around, he said, Joe, you can be the first, you're the administrative guy, you'll be my deputy when I won't be here. And I was honored that he did that. And he did that understanding that we all had a partnership together and that one voice was really three and three was really one of many. So we try to grow on that. We'll continue to build on it. Hopefully with your help, we'll have a successful November. I'm so grateful that you're here. And I need to ask one more favor of you, and I apologize for doing that, but so many of you said, what else can we do? Is there something else there? I'd just like to put something on your calendar if you can. On Saturday, November 1st, the Saturday before the election, we are going to have a townwide lit drop here in Scotch Plains. That's going to be, you can give that a round of applause.
Yes.
Yay, Scotch Plains.
For our guys.
It's going to be part and parcel. I'm running on a ticket with Jim LaCourte, who's unopposed, and 3 freeholders who have done such an outstanding job that the Republicans could only find one candidate to run against them. However, when it came to me, they were able to find somebody. So as a result, we do have work to do, and we know this is a competitive election here,
Yes.
unlike some others. But we do know it's competitive here, and we want to be helpful in that. So we're going to have a lit drop and a rally afterwards. 9 o'clock, the Italian American Club. Everybody know the Italian American Club in Scotch Plains?
Yeah, I believe you know that place.
We all know that place, right? If you can, when you come back from Fleetwood Mac tonight and get a good night's rest. Antonucci's going to Fleetwood Mac. Feel free to pick on him on the way out the door. If you do have that opportunity and you can, folks say, what can you do? We'd really appreciate their help that day. Saturday, 9 a.m., Italian American Club, and then we'll have a rally afterwards to say thank you and provide some food and refreshments. With that work on that weekend, that work on Sunday, and all the way through Tuesday, we're going to have a great victory. But I think most importantly, we'll have a victory not for ourselves or for me, but for an office of professionals that I believe deserve the best in leadership that hopefully we can provide and continue to build on something I think Union County's been proud of over the years to make it not only its best days in the past, but its better days moving forward. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Colleen, thank you again for opening up your
it's
home.
our pleasure.
Anthony, thank you. Thank you all very, very much.
Before we just split, I do want to just bring attention to 2 individuals who will also be on the ballot with Joe. We have Carl Hulkinson, who is actually running for mayor in Rosedale Park. So he's got a competitive race, but we feel really excellent about his prospects. We'll actually be doing a lit drop next weekend in Roselle Park. And Dario, right here, is on the ballot also running in Clark. Yes, absolutely. And I think that part of what you're doing on the first is also going into Clark as well.
That's great.
So,
Can I say one other thank you? I'm sorry. There's a guy here, I don't know if you had a chance to say hello to him yet. His name's Vincent Ardone with the Italian American Police Society. They do remarkable work. They have a blue mass coming up on February 6th. They are an incredible statewide organization. Obviously, the Italian American speaks for itself, but they're far more than that. And they have a blue mass, and they're nice enough to recognize the sheriff along with heroes that we've lost in the line of duty. Vince, thank you for being here as well. I should have recognized.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.